22. I've been up since like 5. Cramping, contracting, something. I don't know. Woke up a little bit before 8 and I had some bleeding. So I think I'm gonna head to the hospital just to check and make sure everything is okay. But it might be baby time.
What's going on, guys? We are at the hospital. This one is here.
I'm here.
That's all you gotta say? Don't be boring.
I'm here.
How you feeling?
Fine.
Let me turn this down.
I have contractions.
Alright, so you having contractions.
They stuck me.
Yeah, they done stuck there about 50 million times. She's scared of needles. But we are, 2 centimeters dilated? Still looking to not be induced, so we're gonna try to still go the natural route. All that good type of stuff. We got the parentals in here.
The moms.
Got the moms over there grubbing down.
They look so happy to be on camera.
Right, they look so happy. Oh, I'm gonna be on YouTube. So we got them in here eating, even though Jasmine can't eat. So you know,
I had Italian ice.
she's had Italian ice. We got some Jello over here. We got some beef broth. Why you get chicken broth instead?
I didn't order nothing.
Oh, I thought you ordered it. Sorry. And then also one thing, they treat the dads really bad. Once you get checked in, they treat the dads really bad. So I had to go outside and get the rest of our stuff. And they made me walk around the entire building just to get back in because I am not with the actual patient. So they treated me like the scum of the earth.
Oh my gosh.
So I just thought I'd let all the dads out there know that it doesn't matter. We are nobodies in this world.
Oh my God.
Even though we played the most important part of this process. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We got all day in here.
That's your child.
I'm here till 5. Peace out.
So we're gonna have you come switch sides with this guy here in a second.
Okay.
Come on this side.
You did it. You did it. Oh, you did it, baby. I didn't even get the episode. You're the real OG girl.
See, you did it. You got your wish. Perfect. I'll take this.
She opening her eyes. She quieted down too. You got her.
It's okay.
Daddy's got you covered, girl. Mama over here tired. Boss, I'm tired.
Oh.
I basically been up for like 24 hours, I feel like. Literally 24 hours. God. I'm so tired. And I feel like I can't go to sleep.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't know if I'm uncomfortable, if I'm nervous, I don't know. Is this parenthood? And that freaking monitor back there is annoying.
It's not coming.
No, it's not plugged up to me. Anyways, hopping in here to say what's up. I'll tell y'all about the birth story in a few hours when we kind of up, if we're up. But just know it was an experience. Once in a lifetime. If you know, you know. I'll let y'all in the morning.
Oh, baby. My little one, my baby.
It's Wednesday. A lot has happened. It's Wednesday, July 17th, and we're in the hospital. Monday, baby girl decided to arrive. And it's been 2 days and she's already spoiled, rotten. Well, let me do this. Anyways, so they wanted to keep me for 2 days, of course. So hopefully we get to be discharged today. But my iron has been really, really low. So there's some concern there, but baby girl is doing okay. So if it was up to her, we would be home by now. And him.
I know that's right. I know that.
Anyways, so yeah, we definitely have to fill you guys in on everything. It was a crazy Monday. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, she's here. She's alive, healthy. I'm here, somewhat healthy.
And I'm here. I'm gonna forever be here.
Doing absolutely nothing.
You got a baby right now.
Spoiling her.
Get her to sleep.
But yeah. So stay tuned for, I don't know if we're gonna do like a recap here or we'll wait till we get home. It just depends on how these next couple of hours go. But she's here. Anyways, I'm about to go catch me some Z's while she's sleeping because she'll be hungry soon. And there's nothing he can do. Peace. So, say what's up, guys.
What's up, guys?
So we're leaving the hospital.
We're leaving the hospital.
And what's the baby's name?
Jordan.
Good job. So, Mama, and Daddy,
Hey, we up out of here.
and Mimi, and Gigi,
Mimi and Gigi.
and Jordan.
And we finally up out of here.
Yes, after 2 days, we get to go home.
We finally get to go home and be an actual family.
Aw.
In our actual home.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Alright,
Nice.
so yeah, we about to put her in the car seat for the first time. Shout out to Luna. Let's see how she like it. It looks good on you. It looks good on you.
It's fine.
And there's Jaslyn, Corey, and Jordan heading home.
Because I'm saying this is. I was about to say, you want to just put it on something? Where you park at? Right on there?
Thank you, Joe.
Jazz.
Oh. What's up, guys? So, as you've seen, we have welcomed baby girl into the world. Her name is Jordan Christina. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to wrap things up and kind of tell you guys like what we experienced throughout that day. So, like you've seen, I woke up that Monday morning, and I was bleeding. A little backstory before that. So I talked to an old friend of mine, an old classmate, and she had advised me to pump right before going into labor. So she pumped, like, let's say on a Friday, her water broke on Saturday, she had her baby girl on Sunday. So I was like, okay, let me try that. But y'all, I got scared. I was like, wait, I'm not ready. Like, throughout everything, labor and delivery was like the scariest thing to me. Not the pregnancy, not afterwards, it was labor and delivery. And I just wanted everything to go as smooth as possible. I did so much research. I was looking up so many things, so many ways to have a baby naturally with no medication and all this other stuff, right? And so it was like, oh snap, like we're here, like the moment is here, and I still wasn't ready. So anyways.
I don't think you can ever be ready for that, especially for being your first time.
Yeah, probably not. It was yeah. So so I didn't do it. Well, I wanted to kind of do it the same way. So I wanted to do it that Friday, hoping my water would break Saturday, and I would have her Saturday or Sunday because Monday is his mom's birthday, and we were really trying to avoid that from happening. But anyway, so I chickened out and I waited until Saturday to pump. And also at my 40-week appointment, I did a membrane sweep so that according to, you know, the gods, if you get a membrane sweep, you would literally go into labor like within 48 hours. Well, 48 hours didn't happen for me. It was more like 3-4 days.
Yeah, 3-4 days.
Yeah, it was like 3-4 days. But I was trying any and everything to help. But listen, baby girl was content, okay? She was nice and warm.
She was chilling.
Eating good. She was chilling. She was not trying to like come out at all. So anyways, so on Monday, July 15th, we had planned to go take his mom out for her birthday to go to a lunch. And I woke up maybe like 3 o'clock and I went to go use the bathroom. And I was like, ooh, like something doesn't feel right. But I don't know. I was like, let me just go back to sleep. I woke up again at 5, went to the bathroom again, and noticed that I was bleeding. And so I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna freak out. Let me just go back to sleep again and see. I tried to go back to sleep and I could not go back to sleep at all. I tossed and turned for like hours. And so I think it was maybe around 8 o'clock and I finally woke Corey up and I was like, hey, just want to let you know that I'm bleeding. And you know, I think I need to go to the hospital just to get it checked out. And he kind of like jumped up and was like, like, wait, is it time?
I was like, you know, is it time? Do I need to run, go get stuff, put it in the car, and head to the hospital? So. And
I was just like, you know, no, like, you can relax. I was like, just make sure, you know, just get up and go ahead and get ready. And yeah, we're gonna just in case we need to head to the hospital. So I was also already scheduled to be induced Monday night. We wanted to wait till Monday night to be induced so that if she came, she would come possibly, you know, the Tuesday. So we get to the hospital. Wait, before we get to the hospital,
we stopped and got breakfast.
I said, if this is gonna be my last meal for the next 24, 48 hours, I wanna make sure I eat good. So we stopped at Chick-fil-A. And then we sat in the car
outside of the hospital and sat there and enjoyed our breakfast like we didn't just, you know, come to the hospital like we weren't about to have a baby. So, you know, we just chilling.
Yeah. We finally get into the hospital and I told them what was going on. And so they said, okay. So they took me to triage so that I can get checked out. I definitely started bleeding again. And she checked me and she was like, well, you're only like 2 centimeters. She's like, let me go talk to the doctor and see if she wants to keep you or if you want to just go back home and then come back later on tonight. And then she asked me, she was like, what do you want to do? And so I kind of looked at Corey and I'm like, I don't know, because we had planned to go to lunch with his mom for her birthday. So I was just kind of like trying to figure out like what to do. And then the nurse comes back and she's like, hey, doctor says since you're here already, we can go ahead and induce you and get the ball rolling. And I was like, that was a lot within 5 minutes and I don't think I'm ready. On the flip side, I definitely didn't want to be induced. Like I said, I didn't want to be induced and I kind of wanted her to just come as natural as possible. So I asked the nurse, I was like, wait, well, is there anything else that we can do since I'm here? Because I really don't want to be induced, but you know, if I have to be induced later on tonight, then okay, fine. But is there anything that we can do from now to tonight when I was scheduled? I think it was like 8 p.m. or something, that we can do. And so she was like, well, you can talk to the doctor and see. But she was like, probably you can just wait it out or you can see if she can break your water. But she's like, definitely talk to the doctor and see, because you know, she can't really tell me what to do as a nurse. So doctor comes in, I tell her, I explain to her everything. Like I didn't want to be induced. I didn't want any medication. I wanted everything to come like as natural as possible. And you know, most doctors are looking like, okay, whatever, because they hate to see that. Like I feel like most doctors want you to like get induced. They want you to have all these medications. I don't know if they get a cut out of it or what. I don't know, but like, no, I was standing firm, like I did not want to do anything. So I was like, the only thing I'm willing for you to do is to go ahead and break my water. Since I'm bleeding and it, you know, I haven't really moved but 2 centimeters. And I think when I was at my appointment on that Thursday before, I was only like 1 centimeter. So I moved from 1 to 2 in like 4 days. Well, we can break the water and see. 2-ish, she had to go do something. I think she had a C-section scheduled or something. So she had to go do that and came back and she checked me again and I was still only like 2 centimeters, maybe 3. She was like, I'll call it 3. So it was moving very, very slowly. So she's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, go ahead and break the water. Boom. Like she did it so quick. I think you missed it.
Yeah,
I
had literally just went to the car to get all of our stuff because when I first got there, we just went straight in and didn't bring any of our belongings with us. And I didn't have a chance to go back to the car and get anything like overnight stuff and all that type of stuff. So I had literally stepped out to run to the car and get all of our bags and stuff. And literally, as I walk back in, she says, "Oh, you just missed him breaking my water." I'm like, I was gone for all of 5 minutes.
It was not like he was not gone long at all. Like, and it was literally just boom. So that wasn't painful at all. Honestly, like I didn't even realize it. I didn't feel any like gush of water or anything like that. It was just like.
And I think for me, like I was just anxious to see it from the standpoint of like you see movies and you see shows, and from someone that's never had a child, like I see that and it's like, oh yeah. Stuff all over the floor and wetness, like if they're wearing a dress, their entire dress is all wet and stuff. I was just like, okay, like is that really true as they make it seem in the movies and the TV shows? So I kind of missed out on that opportunity.
Yeah, but it wasn't that dramatic at all. I'm telling you, it wasn't dramatic. Even like the pad underneath me wasn't even that like soaked. So she breaks my water and now is the waiting game. So we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. Like everybody was like in and out, just
playing the waiting game.
Playing the waiting game. Obviously, the whole time things were happening over here, and I just didn't even know.
Nobody knew. Doctors didn't know. The nurses, we didn't know. Like everything was going on, but we didn't
know. And I mean, honestly, thinking back on it, like I was feeling pain and the pain was getting worse, but it didn't click. Like quite honestly, I might have a high pain tolerance because
I think you do.
I was like, this doesn't feel like what everyone says. Like they said, oh, when you have contractions, you'll know. Like you'll know. And I'm like, it wasn't even as bad as it was when I was tossing and turning earlier that morning, before we went to the hospital, maybe around like 6:30ish. And
I just know like it was the same night as the Major League Baseball home run derby.
Oh yeah.
Because we had that playing on the TV in the room, and I being the big sports fan that I am, I wanted to watch it. So I wanted to make sure that I could dedicate my energy to watching the home run derby and not have to go through an actual birth.
Yeah.
While the home run derby is on.
Yeah. So we're sitting there waiting and waiting, and the home run derby comes on, and literally, y'all know that like viral moment. I'll put the little clip right here of the girl that was singing the national anthem.
I kid you not. Me, my mom, and was your mom in there at the time?
I think she was.
I think she was. Buffer, and both our moms were sitting there watching TV like, this lady sounds horrible. And I turned to Jasmine, I'm like, do you hear this? And Jasmine just like, she's going through it at this point.
I'm going through it, y'all. I'm going through it. I'm like, I couldn't even laugh. Like, it was hilarious, right? But I could not even laugh because the pain was serious at that point. And I'm like, okay, I was trying to move like the bed up and back. I think I even asked one of the nurses that came in, like, hey, can I lay the bed back? Lay the bed back, and I was like, I need to go back forward. Like, I could not get comfortable. And they were just up there just talking and kikiing about the girl and how she sounded horrible. And I'm like, Corey, I need an epidural.
Yeah, she turned to me and she was like, I need this epidural. And I was like, are you sure? Because like we've had these discussions before, leading all the way up through this pregnancy, about her doing the all natural birth. And I was like, all right, so I'm, as a husband, as a future father, I wanted to give her what she wanted. So I like, all right, it's truly what you want. I think I asked her like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure? Are you positive? Like, is this what you want? Before I go out here and tell these people that you want an epidural, I think you done told these people in their face.
I told everybody. Everybody knew I didn't want no medication, nothing. Don't stick me with nothing. Like.
And so she was like, yes, I need it. And I was like, okay, well. So I went out and went to proceed to go get the nurse, and she's gonna need that shot. And she
yeah,
was
'cause
like, okay.
I was literally like, if this is the pain that I'm enduring right now and it's only gonna get worse, I don't want no parts. Like, no, come stick me right now. So
Here's when the fun begins.
So the nurses was like, okay, like, you know, give us a second, we'll be there, right? And I feel like it was like 30 minutes that went by, right? And I'm like, I called them on the thing, like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, I need this epidural. Can y'all come on? It's like, okay, we're so sorry. Like, we were in the middle of a shift change, and but we'll be right there. I promise we'll be right there. They come in the room. I feel like it was a whole hour and a half later. Like okay. Then they want to do all this paperwork for the epidural. I had to watch a video, a 30-minute video.
No,
now.
first off, like, I don't know for like my 90s people out there, like, you know, when you back in elementary school, when they used to roll the big old TVs in the room and like on a Friday or stuff, like, it's like, oh yeah, it's about to be movie day with the VHS. Like, that's how they did. They were so old school. I don't understand. Like, even the video was like, it could be black and white because like that's how old it was. The blurriness was just, I was just like, oh my God, like we are in 2024, but I feel like we're in 1995 right now. Like, this is crazy. So we have a special guest here. Someone decided to wake up in the middle of their nap as we're recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so long, I have no earthly idea.
And they should have, honestly, I get it. Like, I said I did not want an epidural, but like at any given moment that could change. And they should have just went ahead and played it from the jump.
Yeah. I do think I remember them saying that someone else was using the TV. So it was kind of like, you know, back to the elementary school, like a teacher checks out the TV and they have to go check it back in. Like, I think that was the scenario in this case.
Oh goodness. But anyway, so the video's playing, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't care what that video said. I didn't want to hear nothing. Like, I was in pain. I was like, how long after this video will a doctor be here? Like, cause he needs to be here now. And she was like, you know, it's coming. And she's just like moving at a very slow pace. And she may have not been moving at a slow pace. I don't know. It just seemed
I think it just seemed like that for you in that moment.
Yes. Like, I was.
And I'm paying attention to the video intently.
Right.
So I can, you know, make sure that I'm prepared and I know what's going on.
Because
I can assist if I need to, you know, in that instance. Because I looked over there and could tell she was not paying any attention.
My eyes probably were even closed. Like, I don't know. I was like, I don't want to watch this. And every now and then it was so old, y'all.
Yeah,
like, it was like
old.
20. It was a 20-year-old video. They even said that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was done. So anyway, so the doctor comes in maybe like, at this point it's well after 8 because you were watching the home run derby.
We're well into the home run derby at this point in time. Like, we're like 3-4 participants in at this point in time. And the doctor comes in, like, and he was actually one of the guys in the video.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I made that video years ago. But he comes in and starts to set up his stuff so she can get the epidural shot. Starts to try to get her in position or whatever. So they have me moving around in different places so I can get out the way. They had both of our mothers, stand off closer toward the entrance way so they could be, fully out of the way because it's a very delicate process. They had her transition her to sit, feet dangling off the bed and to leave.
Well, it wasn't dangling. It was on that little.
Well, it was on the stool, but yeah, to give you an idea of the position for all my soon-to-be dads or dads in the future that haven't had any children. That's the position that she's in. And so they're trying to get her in a position to administer, so he could do markings where he wanted to administer the shot. But we're having a lot of difficulty trying to get her spine in the correct position.
Straight.
Yeah, straight.
I could not sit straight up for nothing, and he was like trying so hard.
Yeah, he tried lifting the bed, lifting it down. He tried putting pillows up under her. He was trying all types of things to try to, because he was using a marker to try to get the correct spot. So the doctor told me to get in front of her and hold her hand, to try to, just kind of soothe her through the process. And so I've never been through this, so I didn't necessarily know what to do. So I started rubbing on her hands as I'm holding her, and she just threw my hands off, and I was just like, okay, well, I guess that's not what she wants at this point in time. So, anyways, I just stood there and I just gave her motivating words.
Because y'all, it was like an annoying rub, right? It was just like that. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Very, very soft. I didn't want to be touched, because I am in pain, and I just need to try to stick this out and straighten my back as much as possible so they can stick me and my pain can be gone. Because they were like, the epidural was immediate,
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I need. Okay, but I
couldn't
get my back straight, y'all.
Yeah.
It took us forever to try to get my back straight. So then I think he finally kind of got it to the point, but then I think I may have had a contraction or something and moved. And
then you reached for my hand.
And then I reached.
You reached for my hand at this point in time. And it was like, okay, so now you want me, you just threw my hand away. Now you want my hand.
Literally 2 minutes later, now I need your hand.
So now I'm holding her hand now. And so then I think he tried to push you forward to put another pillow up under you. And she let out the loudest scream and grabbed my hand. I think my hand is literally still hurting to this day. How hard she grabbed my hand and just broke every bone in it. And the doctor was just like,
do you feel like, he said, are you having a contraction? I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you feel like you need to push? And that's when I was like, I think so.
Yeah. He was like, I think so. So as they're moving her back to her back, her legs kind of, naturally come open. And I look down there and I'm like, okay, and I know what it looks like down there. And I think I see a head. Or I see something bulging out as if it's a head. And the doctor was like, yeah, you're ready to give birth, now. He was like, and he literally,
he was like,
when
go
I
ahead,
tell
call
you,
a doctor in.
And when I tell you, he got his stuff and he was gone, this, I don't think I've seen a doctor move so fast in a day in my life than he did. I mean, he was like, yeah, you're ready to give birth. And my services are not needed, so let me pack my stuff and get out the way because another team is gonna come in here and get this baby because it's too late for you to get an epidural right now. So that's where we were at. Yeah, it was at that point in time. It was definitely too late to get a shot, and she was gonna have this baby naturally, whether she wanted to or not.
I think I asked the nurse. I was like, since I can't get the epidural, can I get the other thing? And she was like, no, it's too late. Because it'll get in the baby system and blase, all this other stuff. And I'm like, I got what I wanted, but oh snap,
yeah.
I'm really about to push this baby out.
They say be careful what you ask for.
Be careful what you ask for, okay? Because I literally waited too late. Probably if I was an hour earlier, I could have gotten the epidural, but.
And mind you, I'm still trying to watch.
The whole time.
I'm still trying to watch the home run derby because one of the Braves players was in it, Marcelo Zuniga. So I was still trying to watch that. But anyway, so the doctor leaves out, and so the other team comes in. The nurses come in and start setting up things and getting in position. They got me in a good position where I could be able to help support her and see the birth if I wanted to see it and all that good type of stuff. I instantly throw my phone to my mom and I'm like, hey, because we had planned to have a camera set up, but we didn't know this was happening right then and there. So it was like, here, mama, press record, just start recording. And so I threw my phone to my mom. She starts recording. Now the nurse is in position And she comes in, she's like, yeah, I see the head, and yeah, here we are. So, and then Jasmine turns to me and she was like, Corey, play my playlist that I created.
Because I needed my music, y'all. I had made this playlist, so I had a playlist for while I was going through labor, and then I had a playlist for delivery. So like my laboring playlist was like turn up, like you got this motivation, right? I should have been playing that since she broke my water probably. And for my delivery playlist, I wanted praise and worship music because I feel like that's the only way I was gonna get through was if I was talking to God. And
so luckily I already had that stuff kind of like already together. So I had the speaker, I just hit the speaker, turned it on, opened the playlist, and hit play. I put my phone down, one song.
I don't even think it was the whole song.
It was not the entire song. And she's here. She made a 2-hour playlist.
I made a 2-hour playlist, y'all.
And got through one song.
I knew it probably wasn't gonna take 2 hours, but I just didn't know. I was like, okay, that's a safe amount of time because it could take some time.
So a little bit more in detail. So she they get to have her push. She's doing a couple pushes. And my view, the nurse, like, she's kind of like just step back and she's like, okay, yeah, push. Give me a good push. I mean, like, literally hands folded, just like, give me a good push. There you go. Yep, she's coming. All right, here we go. Give me another push.
It was the midwife, the nurse midwife.
The midwife. And I'm in my head, I'm like, okay, like, you're not gonna like do nothing like with your hands. And because I'm just not experienced. None of this, all this stuff is brand new. So I'm a little worried because she's like hands off. But I get it. She's the professional. That's what they do. That's her way of doing things. That's her way of doing things. So I just sat back and I just observed until it was to the point where it was like, okay, now I have to be hands on because she was, making the whole, so she could, maneuver the baby or whatever the case may be. But I think she did maybe 4, 5 good pushes, and she slid right on out, and everything else slid right on out too. And I think that was the most disgusted I've been in my entire life, to see
all that fluid
and blood and everything else come out. But I was just happy that she was here, and once she came out, and I think it took maybe like 1 or 2 seconds and she just started crying. And so we knew that, she was breathing and all that good type of stuff. So they took her off over into the bassinet and started cleaning her off and doing all the vital checks and all that type of stuff that they do. And I was just sitting there just kissing Jasmine and just telling her that she did it, and congratulations, and you are a trooper, and I was just giving her all the love and support and everything that I could give her in that moment. I was definitely ecstatic, and I was definitely happy that Jordan was here and that she is healthy. But I was in that moment, I was still concerned about like, okay, like, is my wife good? Like, is Jasmine okay? Like, I literally stayed there by Jasmine's side that entire time until like she was finally, patched up and good to go.
Yes, and like all the nurses in the room commended him because they were like, we see this all the time, and normally like everyone leaves the mom and goes like
straight to the baby, and you did not leave her side at all. Like, they commended him. Like, and it's not anything that I like pre-planned or anything. That was just like, that's just how, that was just in me at that moment. It was just like, okay, I want to make sure Jasmine's good. Like, okay, I can visually see that Jordan's good and she's with the nurse, like, she's good. But we still got to get the placenta out, and all that type of stuff, cut the cord. So I just want to make sure that, she's still actively giving birth, and she still has to give birth to the placenta and all that. So I just wanted to make sure that Jasmine was going to be good throughout that whole entire process. And again, they can bring the baby back over once they're done with it. You know, I have the rest of my entire life to be with Jordan. I just want to make sure that Jasmine, because for women, this is the most, close thing to death that they go through. So I want to make sure that Jasmine's okay. So, and I did that.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate
then,
you for doing
no problem. So yeah, so after they got her all patched up and cleaned up, they brought Jordan back over there and they laid her on her chest, and I mean that just kind of warmed my heart to see them place Jordan on her chest and
Do like skin to skin.
do skin to skin and try to go ahead and start breastfeeding and all that. That just kind of warmed my heart just to kind of sit there and just watch it kind of unfold. It's like wow, like that's really my child.
It's here. Like we
And
have a
she's
whole
really here.
human, a whole little human.
Yeah. I mean, it actually took a minute for me to actually even hold her. It was a minute before I actually even held her, just because they had to go through all their procedures and she requested immediate skin to skin as soon as possible. And breastfeeding, and I didn't want to I didn't want to be selfish in that moment and take away from anything that is needed for the baby. I was like, I'll have my time to hold her. So in all, it was a crazy day that started crazy and got even crazier. But by the end of the night, it was just like, wow, we made it. We made it 9 months. We made it through that day. We made it through the pregnancy. And here we have a baby. July 15th, the same birthday as my mother. So they are now birthday twins.
Yes.
So I think it was a perfect journey. The most imperfect, perfect journey.
Yeah.
Because we had our ups, we had our downs. But I wouldn't trade our journey for anything. I think it was our journey, and I loved our journey.
Yeah, I think the best advice I can give to first time mom, or if it's, your second or third go around, just stand firm on what you want and talk to whoever your God is and keep that line of communication open. That's the only way you're going to get through it. So whether you want all natural birth, home birth, if you want medication, just stand firm on what you want and don't let any doctors, nurses, family members, friends, anything try to steer you any other way, because this is your experience and not theirs, and everyone's experience is unique.
Yeah, and for the fathers, support whatever, whether it's your wife, whether it's just your significant other, your partner, support whatever they want and be there to stand on that and to vouch for her in the case that she isn't able to put forth the requirements that she would like. So in the case that she can't talk or whatever the case may be, just be there to support her 100% throughout that entire process.
Yeah. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to our labor and delivery video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop it down below in the comments or reach out to us personally through our Instagrams if you have that. And yeah, we'll be sure to respond to you as soon as possible. But we're parents, y'all.
We are parents.
And baby girl is officially here.
Yeah.
You want to say hello? Yeah. You want to say hello to the YouTubers?
Ooh.
Say hello, you too. Say hello. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good type of stuff. We out. Peace.